Michael Vorsa, congratulations, you are our winner of the Snowmaster this week. You sent in a recipe which was a chicken and leek risotto. Now, not that I have anything against chicken and leek risottos, but it made me think of my favourite risotto. So I'm going to show you my favourite risotto, which is a cheese and mushroom risotto. First thing you need to do with all risottos is start with a really good base. So I'm going for a brown onion and thyme base. Normally a risotto consists of something like a shallot or a brown onion or a Spanish onion, and then a herb. So it can be a rosemary base or a thyme base. Thyme is my favourite herb, so I'm going with a thyme one. Just want to dice my onion fairly fine, and then pop that into my pot with a little bit of butter, a little bit of oil, and my thyme. Now I don't want to get any colour on my onions, so keep an eye on them. When they're at the point they're at now, we can add in our rice. Now you need a short grain rice to make a risotto. It's an arborio rice. The reason you need a short grain rice is it gives us lots of starch as it's cooking, and that's what thickens your risotto. So I need about a cup of our arborio rice in, and this is called toasting the grain. So I need to cover every little piece of my rice with a little bit of that oil and butter mixture. And because we're going to give off a lot of starch, things become sticky and claggy if we don't toast the grain. If you want your risotto to stay nice and loose and not be a big claggy ball of rice, you need to do this. So I'm going to leave that for a couple of minutes, and then I'll start to add my stock a little bit at a time. So I've got about 500 mils of stock here. I'll add it at probably 3 parts, and then I'll add a whole heap of cheese. Now, I completely forgot the mushrooms because I've got them keeping cold in my Snowmaster. We can get around it though, so I'm going to put them in now. It just means that I'm not going to have any colour on my mushrooms, which isn't a bad thing because I talked about wanting to keep the risotto nice and white. We're still going to drive a lot of moisture out of the mushrooms, which is what you want to do. They're like a big sponge. The more moisture you drive out, the more flavour that you get, but I won't get that caramelisation on it. I reckon if there's any place you're going to be forgiven for something like this, it's when you're outdoors cooking and camping. So I'll give that another minute or so, and then I'll start to add my stock. Now, as soon as I add my stock in there, it's going to release that starch that's in the rice. So it will start to thicken straight away. So the first adding of the stock, so that first third, will be used up really quickly, and then we'll add another one after that. My risotto has been cooking for 15 minutes. This point is all about personal preference. So it's how thick or how thin you want your risotto to be. I'm someone who likes a thinner style risotto. I added a little bit of cheese, some cheddar and some parmesan in there, so that's going to give me some saltiness. So I'm checking to see if there's enough salt, if the rice is cooked, and if I'm happy with the consistency. And it's fantastic. It's worked out really well. And it makes sense because I haven't caramelised the mushrooms, I haven't coloured it. It's a really nice white risotto. It has more delicate flavours than the normal risotto does when I make it. That's beautiful. Consistency is fine for me. As I said, I like mine a little bit thinner. And then just to finish, some more seasoning on top with some extra parmesan. And that has turned out to be a cracker. Oh, that's really good.